Guys, it's AJ. So, someone on Tumblr told me that we should do a 50 facts video. And that was like 3 weeks ago, but it took me like forever to come up with 50 facts about myself, but I finally got it. So, here we go. Number 1. Kingdom Hearts is my favorite game. Number 2. Fallout is a close second. Like, they're both great games. Like, they're both amazing, and I can play either one of them pretty much like any time of the day. But Kingdom Hearts kind of wins because it's like my childhood. Favorite superhero is Superman. I love both the Harry Potter books and movies. I have a Death Eater tattoo, so if that's not proof enough about the Harry Potter shit, then I don't know what is. I have a Kingdom Hearts tattoo on my chest. It says, "One sky, one destiny." And I have a keyhole as well. Let's see. I have an anchor and a rose on my arm from my time in the Navy. I did serve 9 months in the Navy. I lived in Great Lakes, Illinois for 2 months during boot camp. I lived in Pensacola, Florida for 4 months during my A school. And then I lived in Lemoore, California for 3 months before finally coming home. I was an aviation mechanic in the Navy, which means I worked on the aircrafts there. I specifically was an F-18 airframer. My favorite TV shows are Breaking Bad, Son of Anarchy, and Smallville. I've seen all of them like 3 times through. I have a half-brother, a step-brother, and a step-sister. I drive a 1989 Jeep Cherokee, which I'm currently doing a lot of work on right now, because I'm getting ready to paint it here pretty soon, so I have to like sand the whole thing, but yeah, that's another story. I do know how to drive a stick shift. My birthday is July 18th, 1995. I did recently just turn 20. I won a trip to Italy when I was in the 9th grade. Well, my stepmom won a trip to Italy for a family of 6. So we got to go to Italy for, I think it was like 9 days. It was like the coolest thing ever. I would live in Italy in a heartbeat if I could. I'm a huge romantic. I love cheesy shit and I'm not afraid to admit it. In the 4th grade, I got to work with an actual architect, and I got to make like my own kind of house. And ever since then, I've wanted to be an architect. I also really want to be a tattoo artist, but that'll never happen because I can draw, but not as good as I would like to. My full name is Andrew Jeffrey Lucier. The only time I ever hear that is when I'm in trouble. I got stitches when I was 6 years old, right here on my finger. I got 3 of them. I love to draw. I love Frank Sinatra. I can sing his songs all day long. Not very good, which brings me to my next one, which I wish I could sing. The only bone I've ever broken was my pinky, and it's now crooked. My first crush was Maddie Chapman, and she was my 1st grade teacher's daughter. So, my 1st grade teacher didn't like me a whole lot because I liked her daughter. But yeah, I have fake teeth in. I'm actually missing 6 adult teeth. I wear a retainer that has my fake teeth in them. So yeah. I have 6 missing adult teeth. My favorite color is purple. My favorite animal is a wolf. My grandpa is my hero. He's actually getting heart surgery today, so wish him luck, guys. I've never been in a fight before. So yeah. Well, at least a physical fist fight. I was an average student in high school. B's and C's. I didn't have my first kiss until I was actually 18 years old. So you can make fun of me all you want for that. I won a Young Authors Award when I was in the 2nd grade, even though I hate writing. In fact, I still remember I was so surprised when I heard that. But yeah. I got to visit San Francisco when I was in the Navy during one weekend. It was like the coolest place ever, and I would love to live there as well. I almost got suspended in the 5th grade. That's the closest I've ever come to being suspended. I used to get wet paper towels and throw them at the ceiling, and I remember I got in trouble in the 2nd grade for it. So I was like throwing them, and right when I walked outside the bathroom, my teacher was standing right there, so I knew I was in deep shit. I'm super scared of roller coasters. The only roller coaster I've ever been on is the Twister 2 down at Elitch Gardens, and I haven't gone on one since then. I've never been on any roller coaster that has loops in it, only, like I said, the Twister 2, which is just ups and downs. I'm such a nerd that I tried to learn Kryptonian, the language of Superman, but I failed miserably. The only class I ever failed was Spanish 3, and that was sophomore year. So yeah. I used to get strep throat all the time until I was in about like the 10th grade. I used to get it like 4 or 5 times a year, and they never ever took my tonsils out, even though I always really wanted them to. I can quote the Back to the Future movies. Those are one of my favorite movies ever. When I was little, my dad likes to tell me this all the time. I stuffed Cheetos into his VCR that he spent his entire paycheck on, and he was so mad at me. He still gives me shit to this day. And last but certainly not least, Reese's are my favorite candy in the entire world. So yeah. Well, guys, that was 50 facts about myself. Yeah, if you have any other questions, feel free to let us know. Like, comment, subscribe. If you guys have any video ideas, we would love to hear them from you. We're definitely willing to do anything. And yeah, thanks guys.